Nice outfit, Tyler.
Thank you. What's up?
So we thought we'd bring you on because obviously you can talk best to the shoes that are on our feet currently.
So Converse love making chucks, bro. Y'all been around for like 100 years. It got to be some other. I'm like, bro, send me all the stuff from like the beginning. I want to see all of it. And we went through everything, and they had these jogging shoes from like the mid 70s that was such an ill shape. And I'm like, why haven't y'all remade these or put them out or whatever? And then they had these, and I'm like, wait, y'all made deck shoe, like boat shoes or whatever, and this shape, like companies make them all types of stuff, but I didn't know that they made these. So they told me the story about like in 1928 when Converse made the first deck shoe like this and how it turned in this specific one. And I'm like, y'all have gold here. So we went through the archive. I grabbed a few things and I was like, green, blue, do this, update it, da 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 da. What's the saying? I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to do nothing too new. I just think these are ill. Do some colorways and put the out and see that Converse has the widest range of ill. And now we're here. And we did these. We started this in Coachella.
That's right.
last
A
year.
year ago.
These are fast now.
The quickest we've ever made a shoe
Yeah.
for you.
What do you love most about? Because I think you've been really discerning about what collaborations make sense for you and what gets you excited about a creative collaboration. Because we were just talking about how it came about initially that you wanted to make a shoe.
I mean,
that was
I
like
just
6
be having
sometime
ideas. So having a team that could facilitate it and someone like Converse that, I don't know, I'm just like, let's do orange. And they're like, let's do orange. And I'm like, we did orange. And just that trust is fun. I love it.
I mean, you've worked with everybody on this panel for many years, and I'm always interested, like, what it means to have those creative partnerships over the years, like trust. Like, what do you get out of a relationship that you've built so slowly, and why are they important?
Again, it's just having people around you that trust you. And if you have a crazy idea, they'll help you facilitate it. And then you have a cool shoe that would have just sat in an archive for years and no one would have seen. And now who knows what we have coming next? Some cool shit is coming up next, but like just a great team to facilitate that.
Do you remember first meeting Jasper?
Yeah, did he say that story?
He didn't. He kept it very light.
Well, when I first met him, I thought he was annoying and stupid. I was arguing with his homie Shane about who's a better rapper, Lil Wayne or Jay-Z. And then I was like, oh man, I went home and I was like, dang, that dude was annoying. God, he just kept talking. But then we end up realizing that we lived across the street from each other. And then we bonded over a couch and a skateboard and Mr. Me Too, what led to Project 8 on Xbox 360.
There's a couch in front of my apartment and he caught me skating on it and then he just came over and I think he was listening to Mr. Me Too by Clips and that's like
MP3.
one of my favorite songs ever. And I was like, you listening to Mr. Me Too? And he was like, yes, why are you yelling? And I was like, I love that song. And then we became it just bonded by the hip. That's the love of my life. I love you so much.
What about Buzzy? That's me. You gonna leave him out of this?
He's not in this.
So what happens when you fight?
I've never fought with my close friends.
Really?
No.
That's amazing.
I don't know if it's that amazing or if
People
just-
fight with their friends?
like I don't
Well, you have creative disagreements, or what happens when
I
you
let
have
the
a
boy
creative
just rock,
disagreement?
man. The boy got ideas. And I know he always
yeah, and
has
I,
something
just,
to
I
video
don't.
about.
I guess I just
rock.
don't have folks around who does that's so different than what I would disagree with. That we would fight like this. Not on or nothing. Where I'm like, how dare you? Like
Yet.
they're not doing anything, so I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, your tour's been getting rave reviews. I've seen you perform many times, and you always have blown me away. I think you're one of the most amazing performers. It's magical.
Thank you. I believe that too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Like, what is it like being on tour now? What is it like performing in London? Because I feel like I'm biased, but one of the sort of most energetic shows that I've been to was here in London.
Touring now at 34 is not as fun as it was at 20. I'm mentally drained. I'm physically okay. I am on stage for 90 minutes alone, nonstop movement, but I'm pretty much in shape, so I'm fine. But man, the mental toll it takes on you, the unfamiliarity, a different bed every night, um, the food you spend. I'm not from this side of the world, so as much time as I spend on thinking about where I'm gonna eat, bro, it's draining. You have a different driver every day. It's so much stuff outside of the clothes that you bring and hopefully the people around you that it's just brand new every day, and it after a while it gets a bit stressful. And my temperament is Los Angeles, so wide streets, low buildings, you see the sky all the time. A lot of places out here in Europe is kind of, it feels claustrophobic. It's people on the street all the time. uh it's a lot and it feels heavy. I can't go anywhere without a bunch of security with me, so the the stress that I have on my body because I just cannot get solitude is a lot. What makes up for it is that these shows are incredible and the people are excited. And overall, I think the European shows, energy wise, and it's not just like mosh pits and people jumping off the rap. It's like the excitement that you could feel in the air is at a higher, just a heavier weight here than like the US. So that makes up for it.
Yeah. I mean, how do you recover? How do you like you're such a creative force. You've got so many ideas and creating is draining. How do you recharge? Like when you go back to LA, what's your routine? Like what do you do? I know you're in like
It's
nature.
always a fucking bird every time we do this. Every time. Every time. Sorry.
That's
Repeat the
okay.
question. Oh man.
I'm just wondering how you recharge, how you sort of fill up as a creative person after like doing something that's like so physically and emotionally draining. This bird wants to
Going,
interview you.
I love that, dude. Every time. I love that. That's another thing. Every city I go, like I don't sit in a hotel. Like you will really just see me walking around at the most random spots. Like today I went to it's like a library there and the water's green. It's very brutalist architecture. Yes, it starts with a B. That with the bro, that is crazy. It's like flats, but like, so I was there for the last like hour and just taking photos, like being a tourist. It was super sick. That place is so weird because it's really ugly and also so awesome. What's that place called again? Woo, y'all accent crazy. I'm like,
Hi, my name's Izzy.
what's up, Izzy? That's an ill name.
My question for you is like after a tour or after you've been working really hard on one specific like body of work, how do you kind of find your flow again, or is it something that you never really lose?
I don't lose it. And I say that in the sense of like all right, I put the last album out. I started that album in 2020. So I was working on Chromacopia as I was working on Call Me If You Get Lost. So that album came out in October. So what was new to y'all, that was already old to me. And I'm already thinking about the next thing that I'll probably put out 2 years from now. So I'm already in the mode of some that y'all gonna hear at some point or see at some point that's gonna be old to me by the time you guys hear it. So like it's like a weave, like all the time, just going. It'll never get lost if you allow it to not. Like
Yeah.
if you allow yourself to just be open and let random ideas come and lean into them instead of getting stuck on like one thing and not allowing yourself to let the universe push you where you really want to go. But you're like, oh, but I didn't. Da, da, da. Like I do love performing and the shows are sick. But when I put that on, I'm like, bro, that's the old me. Like where I'm at now, I'm already on some other. So when I get off stage, I make sure that I'm fully drowning myself into what I'm doing next because I could also end up getting creatively and mentally stuck because I have to put on and perform an old version of myself for the rest of the year. So
Sick. Very cool.
yeah.
And also like in terms of community, I know you guys were saying like the family vibe was really important to you. I think as a creative, like in London, I think to be honest, we lack in the community sense. I think it's getting better, but what would you say is like your advice in building your family and your community?
Dude, that's so crazy to hear because I come to London And I have a few folks that I know, and I'll go to their painting studio or their music studio, and I just see how they interact with the folks around them. And I'm like, man, like, y'all have a real culture and community here. Granted, I'm an outsider saying that, so I'm totally wrong if you disagree. Yes. But it feels like y'all, because it's such a tight knitted city in a sense, like y'all have a community and know people that do X, Y, and Z and this and that. Bro, LA is not, it's not like how it seems like it is here. Like, bro, if you on the west side, you ain't going east, you ain't going south, you ain't in the valley, you ain't in Hollywood. Like, it's really different there. So, man, to hear you say that, I'm just like,
I feel like there is community, but in the terms of like collaboration, do you know what I mean? I feel like there's spaces like, yeah, there's spaces and places where people connect and vibe, but in terms of actually like mixing, I don't know, like as an artist myself, collaborating with another artist is kind of like unheard of. How would you like push that? I guess just ask people in it to work. Maybe I should try that. Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Is that London, or do you think, all right, for example, I feel you, but I don't think that's exclusive to London. Because I could feel the same way about California, and someone in New York could feel the same way, and vice versa. And take, I don't know, take one of these pop artists who has the biggest songs in the world. Bro, I don't know that record. That's not a jab at them. It's just that we live in a world where I could listen to what I want to listen to 24/7. I could get in a car and not have to listen to the radio if I want to listen to music. It's a world where the things that you were specifically into, you could just keep that close knitted. So with the collaboration stuff in London, maybe you and the folks that you with, because y'all found y'all type of small community and your friends, maybe you don't even think about collabing with the folks that's on the other side, because y'all don't even need to do the whole London unity thing, because you got your phone right there. Same way it might be in London, LA, da 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 da. You know, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Because when you said that, I'm like, I feel like some in Florida might say the same thing too.
I wanted to ask you, just because I don't just admire that, like your music is amazing. I've been listening since I was really young, but I know that you're very multifaceted. And I just wanted to know, like, how you execute all of these ideas without burning yourself out. Because as a multifaceted creative, as I'm sure there are a lot in the room, I think a lot of us struggle to find the balance with executing, but not burning ourselves out at the same time. So,
I think it's past human comprehension for me. Like, it's genuinely all I give a about. Like, he had to talk to me 2 weeks ago and say, hey, listen, watch a movie and don't check your phone. Don't take pictures if you see something in the movie you like to reference later. Don't take mental notes. Just relax. And it's hard for me. As soon as I came in here, I was like, oh my gosh, that buttercream that's on these tiles is incredible. Why didn't they finish it? I hate the mixed media that they did with the materials. It should be blue with that. And I'm just looking around like, oh, this was an afterthought. This seems like so Art Deco. And like they did this way after that. But that's just me. So I don't get burnt out because it's all I want to do. And everyone's different. Like, so I don't know. You got to find that in yourself.
Hi, I'm Brian. I've studied obviously your music and everything that you do very closely, but this is a question for the entire panel. How do you work through your disagreements?
I'll start with, I think it's two things for me. I think it's trust and perspective. Like, I'm so lucky that that they trust me when I have a crazy idea. They're like, well, all right, I guess he'll dress like a dinosaur and moonwalk. Like, they're like, all right. But two, it's also perspective. So I'm zoomed in on this idea, whatever the hell I'm making, a song or whatever. And I go over here and I'm like, yo, dot, 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 dot. Cool, hit me back. We'll talk a week later, like, okay, I was thinking about what you said, and bam, 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 bam. That perspective is a 30,000 feet up perspective, able to see the town next door, the city over there, this and that, because I'm over here focused on a doorknob, but I can't see the back of the building that's connected to the door I'm looking at. And they come in and point out things like, damn, I ain't think of that. Maybe that's not the best idea. Now I'll hit you back and revamp that idea. So and that type of honesty, some folks don't have like around them. So yeah, I think that's how it just works the best because they trust me. And then it's that perspective that breeds that honesty. And then my ego is out the window to listen to that and be like, damn, you right. Like, I will get arrested. Okay, I'll call you back.
When I was at Interscope, I had the cool corner office. I thought I knew everything. I was like, I had all this, like, worked with successful artists. I knew, I know what I'm doing. And with him, I learned that I don't know. I knew half, but there's a whole world that I didn't know about. And there's been so many times where it's the trust. I trust him. He's not surrounded by yes people, but he's surrounded by people who fully trust. So I told him from jump, like, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'll know that I can completely be wrong because I'm basing my opinion on that based on my history of doing things a certain way. And he's been a part of me unlearning and looking at things differently. Just because shit has worked a certain way in the past, that don't mean a damn thing, really. I mean, that's a path. But he's the type of dude we always talk, like, not to sound corny, but like the sort of algorithmic thing that's happening now. And he exists in the world where if he follows the algorithm, then he's not him. So he has to go over here and let the algorithm adjust to him. So I have to do that too. I look at it like, well, a lot of my thinking is algorithmic based on what has been successful in the past. And I may still tell him I think you're crazy, but if you believe it, we'll all jump off the bridge with you. It. Because more often than not, he's fully correct. I just didn't know it yet, that it was possible.
Are there any examples that you could give?
Like, I have a rule in my head. I don't know if he knows this. I let things think. He's got to say it 3 times. It's not that I bookmark it, but because the ideas are flowing so much, I want to know the ones that settle. Because if they settle, then they have, otherwise. But wild ideas, for sake, probably by the time, he might say one while we're here.
Otherwise, they're impulse. I hear it. Yeah.
No, I really do call this at like 6 a.m. Like, all right, listen, look, okay, picture a dog. Okay, the dog got a face tattoo, but he German. Okay, he gonna drive the car, but the car's a boat. Okay, Martin Luther King is in. What do you think? And he's like, bro, what the? If I don't mention it again or a revamp version, he just. But again, it's so many moments that I've had that like I'll hit them, and I'm like, yo, I got this feeling this will be so ill. Trust me, like let me cook, yo, and it. By the grace of the universe and the like it worked. And it's crazy. It's sick.
To add to that, can you talk to us, I guess, a bit about patience? Because I'm not someone who's impatient, but can you talk to everyone here about, I guess, the patience that it requires to see something over the line? Because it be exhausting.
Bro, patience is crazy. Like be taking so long, bro. Like I had a meeting with some people today, and it was like, yeah, like, they set a timeline. And my heart didn't jump, but I was like, well, I'll probably have a kid by the time, like that nigga will be paying taxes by the time whatever we cook up happens. Seriously. And it's like, it's gonna come. So might as well just keep it rocking.
Yo, so my name's Sid, and
What's up, bro?
I'm wondering. So like, I know you obviously you bring ideas to these lot at Converse. Like, you might just draw up a shoe and be like, "Yeah, I wanted to do this," and they'll just be like, "Nah," or there'll be something they're not with or something they can't do. Do you like change your idea or do you just push even more?
I'll let Lindsay answer that.
Really? You want me to answer it?
You do your
This
thing.
is what I will say this because the previous question I was thinking about what you're asking about for brands and relationships. I mean, overall, it's not transactional, and we work with Tyler for a reason. So 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, we say yes. There's an example, and I'm wearing Louis' silver shoe, but a couple years ago, you wanted to do a silver shoe for Dover Street Market. You've said it before. And we were like, okay, let's go. Let's create a silver shoe. I don't think a lot of people bought it, even though it was fire. And that's kind of the trust that we build over the years of saying yes, because to your point, everything you do, whether or not it might not click in the moment, overall, it's right.
Literally years ago, I was like, yo, we should do a silver shoe that looked like the 3M that's on the when they doing construction so they don't get hit by a bus, the shiny. And we did it and was like, ugh, right? And then 4-5 years later, is doing these weird shiny shoes, and I'm just sitting here like, where the were y'all 4 years ago? But the fact that they really let me try, and it's not always analytical, it's not always about like the numbers or how much sold, it's really letting these ideas flourish. That means the world to me, bro. Because I don't come from a place of worrying about the numbers in the same way that, of course, a corporation's gonna worry about. I just want to see the idea made. So that stuff be meaning a lot. If you, man, you pull up any huge movie director and you watch an interview with them and they talk about their favorite movies, bro, it's gonna be some that someone said flopped, lost money, X, Y, and Z, but bro, it really hit them and meant something. Because when I was a kid growing up, bro, I don't give a how much an album sold. I like it. You know what I mean? So working with a team that looks at me in that type of way also, man, it's lit.
What was it like that from the beginning though?
With them? Yeah. And I'm not gonna leave this out because I'm not gonna bullshit it. We started working, our first thing came out 2017, right after I put my Flower Boy album out, and we linked up 2016. I put my first video out 2011. So from 2011 to 2016, I was building a resume of things that in my realm worked. So when I did link with them, they had some type of reference points to say, you know what, let's trust this guy's idea because it clearly worked in some type of way. And that's the importance of like trusting yourself and just putting it out. Like, so you could build that resume. So when you get the opportunity to do some big crazy with a company, you could be like, but it worked. And then it's like the terms lean more into you when it comes to the creative stuff.
I also want to say that your creativity is contagious as well. So, like, when I sent you the old catalogs and you started, my phone starting to go off. Like,
I'm supposed to be on stage, by the way. I'm just in the back.
Yeah.
I go trying to like.
And you're like, we have to make these. And then we flew out. We sat with the Clancys, and Tyler, you had printouts. Like I've never seen. Even Kelly, you're like printed out pictures from our back catalog and said you have to make these, and this is why. And like you gave a presentation. So it's also that passion. I mean, that's what's incredible about working with you. So just to give you a shout out.
Yeah, great skin, by the way. The sun came off right when we started talking. I was like, God damn, that shining. Love it.
Hi, I'm Toby.
What's up, Toby? I like
Berry.
your gap.
Thank you so much. As an artist that also sits in an alternative space, you kind of like probably get like constant different ideas like coming to you. How do you kind of like narrow down into like what you know is you and what's like kind of like streamlined to who you are? And then my second question was, do you feel like you've gotten like any ideas or you've seen something that kind of like sits in a very different space to what you currently are in?
You saying like when it's an idea that's coming to me, but like it's not the me version right now? I don't know, actually. Like, and I don't know how this correlates, but when I'm like 50 and I have the salt and pepper going on, bro, I want to have all gold slugs, all denim fit with a 8-year-old running around, paint all on my clothes. And like I already know how I'm gonna look at 50. And I'm just pocketing that for when that happens. I'm not on that time right now, but that idea, I'm just like, okay, like I'll do that. And I do that with a few things. Granted, my hair for Chromacopia was in the shower in July of 2020 when I was shampooing my hair and I just put it in silly little mohawks, like side mohawks. And I was like, let me see what this look like. So I get out, I'm naked, just dripping wet. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, I like this. I'll save this for the album after You Get Lost that I'm working on. And I just punt that idea over there. And now I look like an idiot on stage every night. So I just punt it. And then what was the first question again?
You made me forgot. My first question was, as like an alternative artist, you probably like you pull on like a lot of different genres. I was gonna say, like, how do you kind of like narrow down to like what authentically makes you you? Like, how do you not get like overwhelmed and like get drawn into just like everything that's kind of like
Man, I don't know. I wish I could give you a answer and like, oh, the good bro. I just run it. I just do it. If it comes to me, I just do it. I don't overthink like that. I don't know. I just do it. It's a reason why you wear that lipstick and have the piercing and put that shirt on because you like it and you just put it on and went on with your day. Like it's kind of how I rock.
I'm Lena.
What's up?
So let's cast our minds back to before you made it. What do you say to yourself to like get into that space where you say, I'm going to make it in like, I don't know, 20, 15 years. No matter how long it takes, I'm still going to keep doing what I love. Like, what do you say? Because at some point, it's got to be like delusion, but it's like good delusion.
Well, to make stuff, you gotta be delusional. And when you're delusional, you need people around you that trust you. Because what the they gonna trust? You say some normal stuff like the sky is blue, and they're like, yeah, like that's you don't need people to trust you to say that. Like, so you have to. I'm delusional, but I knew what I wanted to do since I was legit 5 years old. Like, I had this girl I was with yesterday, she was just like, oh, so if you weren't like doing music, like what would you be doing? And I'm like, I can't even. My imagination doesn't even go that far because this is the only thing I was supposed to do. Like I was legit the 12-year-old delusional kid. Like, so I'm gonna get a Grammy, and he was like, "Shut up, Charizard just beat Pikachu."
Think ahead, think ahead.
So just be delusional.
I will do. Thank you.
My name's Six or Che. The question I actually had was I was wondering, where are you next? Where are you trying to go next with the music? Like, what is the sound? That's the real question that I feel like I need to know
You
personally.
know damn well I'm not gonna say.
Nah, come on. You gotta say, you gotta like, not.
I'd rather show you my hidden folder in my phone.
That's dark. That's
than
dark.
to tell you where I'm going next. And I'm not implying it's some crazy like I'm making like I don't know that, but
I feel you. I feel you.
my friends don't even be knowing where the I'm going next,
No,
bro.
no,
I
I
be
feel
like
you.
this until it's like, okay, I'm ready to show them the cake in the oven.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Keep it hidden.
But it's cool though.
Okay. Okay. Say no more. All right. Rock paper scissors.
Oh,
I think we gotta
Okay.
do two people. We still gotta get Shorty her little
okay.
chance. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we're her.
How about we give her the mic first and then we do that?
Ooh,
I was just wondering if you had any like advice for us of like how to like navigate this like insane industry, because like I know a lot of us, me as well, like we don't have any management or we don't have that like solid team around us yet, so almost like how to navigate it independently and like get ourselves like into these rooms and stuff like that.
when I was 15, I created a thing called Our Future. It was originally a magazine, but it was gonna sponsor folks, skaters, and photographers, musicians, and then we would all work together. I had a dream. Right? Granted, I was poor, so what the make a magazine for? Like, you couldn't even Google shit at that time. But I did have folks around. So basically, by 17 years old, I was technically running a record label. Literally, da-da-da, this and this, da-da-da, blah, we got this, we got something, at social, blah, blah, blah. By 18, Odd Future was legit a thing. By 19, man, we had put out goddamn 20 damn projects and shit. And I was running all of this at the base, at the core, at the where you go on Tumblr. I didn't have an office. I didn't have a place. It was off of Tumblr. If somewhere had internet and I had a computer, that was my office. Now, that between YouTube and Twitter and all this stuff, what was at my hands? The internet. I was broke, poor. This is not to make the story sound cool. Had nada. But internet connection and ideas. And I did not let the fact that I had nothing like stop me and try to not. As anyone that could listen, bro, I was, what's up? What's up? Check this out. Boom, boom, bam. Da, 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 da. That caught the attention of this guy and his partner at Interscope. And that's because I went to the label with a terrible printed demo from FedEx. And because I knew someone that interned there and they dropped it off to the da, met the guy, woo, woo, woo. It went nowhere. Found his card 3 months later and just happened to hit him up. And that's where I met him because he wanted to get in contact but didn't have a way to get in contact because the Twitter DM system was still bad and all type and ended up going back up there and meeting him. And then he introduced me to Kelly, his wife. And I'm like, oh my God, these is like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre with connections. And it went from there. Seriously, but like I say this, like, bro, like to navigate this industry, you don't need the industry. You have the internet. Like, what you need the industry? Make come to you. Like, what the are you talking about? Bro, when we had it, was flooding every message board, anyone walking down the street. Like, it was harassment at that point, bro. You got it easy. Do not sit here and be lazy and let pass you up. You got it right there, bro. It's crazy. You sound crazy right now.
Sorry.
All right, who playing rock, paper, scissors? I'm not doing this. Somebody got to pick.
Oh God.
You got this.
Okay. Yeah, the girl with the lovely braids
Versus.
Versus.
versus the other girl with the lovely braids.
Braid on braid action.
2 braids.
Congrats.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Guys, I don't feel like my question is that good. I've got 2 questions. My first question is, obviously, I think like your creative identity is so amazing.
Sorry, I've never heard your creative identity. I've never heard that. That's cool. I've just never heard that.
I feel like you're like a big pioneer for creative identity and visual identity. But yeah, as you get bigger, obviously your budget will get bigger. So like when you were a smaller artist with less of a budget, did it feel like your like visuals, you were like limiting them, or at the time did it feel like they matched like where you were?
Oh, dude, you gotta know your place, bro. Like, it never felt limited. Like, bro, our early like, dude, me and Jasper was really making skits on whatever sidekick camera we could find, just to see the idea. Like, we wasn't thinking like, oh, we need to go get like a movie camera. Like, how about this? I record at my house on a handheld mic still. It's not like I could go to a studio, but like I record on like absolutely nothing. I low-key had more record on in 2011 than now, but it's not about the things, it's about the idea. You could give me and Timbaland the same keyboard with the same sounds and the same will not come out. So like when we was doing the early stuff in the early videos and any camera we could get, or like we only had the stock sounds and Fruity Loops, like bruh, we was fine with that. Granted, one day we dream of having other, but we didn't let the lack of stop it. So it just matched. Like when I first played Coachella in 2011, I'm not sitting there like, damn, I need to be headlining. Like, no, I'm opening this up at 12 p.m. and being off stage by 12:50 because that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna work my way up to.
Thank you so much.
Oh, everyone, check under your seat.
He stole that joke from me, just like all his albums.
You got excited. No, Converse is getting everyone's shoes or whatever. So as a thank you, and I hope y'all have a good day. And to do.